Hello and welcome to Unit 1 in our New Mexico history class. I look forward to getting to know all of you over the course of this unit, especially through the introductions on the discussion board. We're also going to be discussing history as an academic discipline. What is history all about? How do you go about doing history? Those are a couple of things that we will end up talking about before we're done with this unit. So the purpose of this unit is to prepare us for our study of New Mexico history over the next few weeks. So that's why we're going to be talking about history itself as a discipline. We're also going to prepare ourselves for the use of Twitter and some of the other tools that we'll be using in this course. So that's kind of the purpose of the way that the assignments in this first unit have been laid out. Please know that you can ask questions at any time, and please do ask questions at any time as you work on the assignments for our class this semester. Also, please be sure to upload an avatar to your Blackboard or CNM Learn account. There is a step in this unit that will take you to some instructions for how to do that. I've really found that the avatars help to provide somewhat of a, if not a human element for our online class, it at least helps us to identify one another more easily as we interact with each other in discussions and elsewhere over the course of the next few weeks. So I hope that you enjoy this first unit. Again, we'll be looking at some of the key foundational principles for the study of history over the next few weeks and hopefully get ourselves off to a good start. As we begin this unit, I also wanted to make one other comment or explanation in terms of how I have planned out the course and what my thoughts are in terms of the pedagogy and the way that I've set things up. You may look over the reading schedule and see that there's a lot. There's a lot to read. That's just the way it is in a history class. However, I also understand and fully realize that as college students, it's virtually impossible to read every word of every assignment that you've been given for all of your classes. That's, again, it's just impossible. So what you need to do is think about key ideas, key terms as you go through the readings. Introductions to each of the chapters in the MILE, or the New Mexico History e-text, provide vignettes, little stories that hopefully capture the main ideas of the unit. At the very end of those vignettes, there is a paragraph or two that will introduce some of the main themes. So please pay close attention to those parts of each chapter. And then at that point, you can skim through some of the other elements of the chapter in order to think about how those key events, themes, and connections played out in the chronological section of New Mexico history that we're looking at in a given chapter in a given unit. Again, hopefully that will just help you to kind of make your own pathway through the readings. The videos, of course, are there as a supplement. You don't have to watch any of them, or you can watch as many of them as possible. It really is just up to you. I included them because I know many of us are visual learners, and those videos can help contextualize the readings that you'll be doing so that you can more deeply understand and get different perspectives on New Mexico history. So again, as you complete the readings, as you post your tweets, and as you make your decisions about what topics to include in the course timeline, you will be choosing your own path through the study of New Mexico history. That is something, as we'll be talking about more in this unit, that historians and people who study the past automatically do, whether they realize it or not. So evidence about the past must necessarily be interpreted. When I design a course, I make decisions about what to include and what to leave out. That's particularly true with these large survey courses where we're supposed to study all of New Mexico history from the earliest days to the present. Of course, we can't study every single thing that occurred in New Mexico history during that time in a short college semester, but we can think about some of the main themes and why they're important. So again, I have to decide as the course instructor, what are those main themes? Why are they important? So I've given you signposts throughout the course to emphasize those things. I've done that as well in the mile. You also will be deciding and interpreting the past and making decisions about what is most important here, what resonates most with me, and why. Think about why that's the case. And then you'll be sharing that with the rest of us via the course assignments. So in a way, we will all be acting as historians this term and making those kinds of decisions about interpretation and trying to put together the picture of the past that is as full as we can possibly make it. So again, I think that's all I'll say right now. Welcome.